Good evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Barry Morphew, 10/17/67.
Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please do whatever it takes to bring you back.
Imagine your wife vanishes on Mother's Day. The air is still thick with the scent of spring and the promise of celebration. You stand before cameras, eyes glossy with tears, pleading for her safe return. But behind the lens, investigators are quietly watching, because every word you say, every tear you shed, might be part of a performance. This is the haunting story of Barry Morphew, a man who once appeared as a heartbroken husband begging for help, was the prime suspect in his wife Suzanne's mysterious disappearance. On Mother's Day, May 10, 2020, Suzanne Morphew disappeared from her home in Salida, Colorado, a small and scenic mountain town about 2.5 hours from Denver. When officers arrived at the Morphew residence, no one was home. There were no signs of forced entry. Doors were locked, windows intact, and Suzanne's car remained in the garage. The scene suggested she had simply left the house, but no one knew where. Later that day, deputies discovered Suzanne's bike abandoned less than a mile from her home. Her helmet was found several miles away from the bike, raising questions about what had happened. The bike's position suggested it might have been dropped or discarded suddenly, but it showed little to no damage. The police started piecing together the mystery, and Barry Morphew was the last person reported to have seen Suzanne. Body cam footage from the local deputies capturing the initial investigation reveals their cautious approach. As they found the bike, you hear officers say, "Call the husband," recognizing the importance of Barry's account. When questioned, Barry said he had been out of town, traveling for work in the Denver area on Mother's Day. He told the deputies that he left early in the morning, before 5 a.m., when Suzanne was still asleep. According to Barry, he was at a job site all day and did not plan to speak with his wife. But at around 5 p.m., neighbors contacted him to inform him that his daughters were worried about Suzanne, and the police had been called. Barry's story seemed straightforward at first, but as investigators dug deeper, inconsistencies began to emerge. During the early hours of the investigation, deputies canvassed the neighborhood and interviewed neighbors who described the Morphew's marriage as troubled. Neighbors described Barry as a landscaper who had a big job scheduled in Denver, which aligned with his story of being away for work.
Did Barry and Suzanne get along pretty well?
You can answer honestly.
You know, I think they've had some problems.
Okay.
Yeah, in the past.
Like, just normal...
Normal husband and wife type deals.
They, like, talk about separating or anything
they
like
have,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
I would, yeah.
And you know this through
Macy.
Yeah, I'm
Macy.
very close with her.
Yeah, it's
daughter.
important that you, at this point, you tell them anything that
yeah.
you know, like that.
Yeah, and he is in Denver for a work job. He's a landscaper, and he's got a big job in Denver, so that's where he is.
However, the growing suspicion of foul play prompted law enforcement to conduct a thorough search of the area, including the trails and roads Suzanne frequented. Barry returned to the scene later that evening, as shown in more body cam footage. Officers showed him where the bike had been found in a small embankment near the road. Barry appeared calm but visibly affected by the situation. Throughout the investigation, police worked to preserve the integrity of the evidence. They explained to Barry the importance of not contaminating potential clues. In one exchange caught on body cam, officers instructed Barry not to touch Suzanne's bike with his bare hands to avoid disturbing forensic evidence. The bike itself was a key piece of evidence, and its exact placement could provide important clues about what had happened that day.
Where is it? Where's the bike?
Oh, it's right there.
Where was it?
It was like just right down here in this little embankment right here. So, sorry, check this, dude. We got the husband on scene here with you.
I'm here to get my daughter. She's at Barry's house.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, you can go down there.
Was it a crash?
I mean, the bike looked, the way it was laying, it kind of looked like it, but there's not really that much damage to the bike. That's the thing.
Lion?
Yeah, it was just like
Was
lying.
there no lion? Mountain
I didn't see anything that would
I didn't see anything, and they're not letting us go over the site
because we're getting a track
dogs. We're bringing dogs.
Where'd you find her bike? Right
just
here?
right down in here.
Do you know
Yeah.
where my husband and son are? They're
They
Yeah.
probably went down to Puma,
Yeah,
down to the
They're in
house.
my house.
okay.
And Bear, just I know this is tough right now. Do you mind if I just get your driver's license for our report stuff? Search and rescue's on their way. Hey Barry, and then I'll probably need your help to kind of tell me some of the trails that she frequents, so we can backtrack some of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
Oh man. And she's an avid mountain biker, right?
It's just started. She's been hitting it.
And just for confirmation, you left this morning at 5.
She was sound asleep.
Okay. And she told you she was gonna go bike
She
riding?
bikes every day, yeah.
Okay.
She said she's gonna bike when she gets up.
So she was asleep in the bed when you left. Did you say bye to her or anything?
No, she's sound asleep.
Okay.
Always leave her.
So the last time you probably actually saw her was this morning. That was it, right?
Yeah, I've been in Durnsville. I got a big job up there. I've been there all day. Working.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, you need to calm down.
No, it's all good, man. We're doing the best. We got
Did
a
they
lot of
check
people
the house?
coming.
Did they,
Yeah,
they
we've got,
looked through the house?
yeah, they got the house. So what we're doing is we're keeping people out of the house because if the dog comes, they want to get a scent from out of the house.
Yeah.
So they don't want to pollute that scent. So that way we can start trying. And I walked up this. Like I said, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Nothing looked like.
I wonder if she was hurt. If she could climb up the hill?
But that's the thing. When we came here, still was daylight, right? So if she was right here, somebody would have easily, you know what I mean? Just because it was like literally like right down. It was this. I mean, if we saw it coming in, somebody would have definitely seen it too, you know?
How'd it go?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. You want us to stage down at that residence or?
So hold on, let me give this to you
Yeah.
and I'll get right with you.
Okay, no worries.
Hey, Barry. Besides, I know the bike was here, but what are some of the paths that, or like the trails, like
She rides this road. She rides up to. She rides up to the top, and then she goes up to Flus's.
Okay,
If there's no
Flus's.
snow, she'll go up high on Flus's. She's went down this one a couple of times.
Down this one here too?
Yeah.
Okay. So double check Flus's over there too, because I think
Well,
was it
see,
Miles?
if
I
there's
think Miles. Yeah, I know. We just want to double check everything. So yeah.
Did anybody look for foot tracks on the road?
I haven't seen anything really, but
Like people tracks? We're lying.
I didn't really notice, but I won't lie, I'm not like an expert tracker or something, you know. Yeah, so my partner is actually the one that saw it and picked it up, but it was like the top of it was weird because it feels like the top of the bike was like up this way.
So maybe flipped.
Maybe, I don't know, man.
The police also began tracking Suzanne's phone activity. They found that the last activity on her device was around 4 a.m. near the family's home, after which the phone went offline. Barry's phone data showed it was turned off for a period during the critical hours on Mother's Day, raising questions about his whereabouts and actions. Deputies made repeated efforts to secure the Morphew home for scent dogs and search teams, keeping others out to prevent contamination. They were meticulous in their investigation, understanding that even small mistakes could jeopardize the case. Despite the careful work of law enforcement, no direct evidence of Suzanne's whereabouts emerged in those initial days. Barry continued to publicly plead for Suzanne's safe return, stating in social media videos, "If anyone is out there that has her, please, we will do whatever it takes to bring you back." Yet behind the scenes, the police were becoming increasingly suspicious of Barry's version of events. Reports surfaced that Barry had recently experienced marital difficulties, including Suzanne's secret affair. Additionally, investigators found a tranquilizer dart cap in the family dryer and uncovered deleted messages between the couple that suggested tension and conflict. The case quickly evolved from a missing person investigation to a potential homicide inquiry, although Suzanne's body was nowhere to be found. The bike and helmet served as the only tangible clues in a sprawling, complex mystery.
What's the thing about 4 o'clock in the morning? Was activity on the phone?
5 o'clock. Oh yeah, so we pinged the phone and it said the last activity was at 4 in the morning.
Up here?
It's off of the Ponzi Tower. So there's not any specific coordinate. Hey, could you not touch the bike with your hands, please?
Hey guys!
That's the husband. Because I've been wearing gloves. I've been trying not to. So.
Put it in your. Can you fit it in your car?
No, but I could try to. My car is with the back is filled with tag gear and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and the bike was found right there. See that little pink thing right in there. And you could see it on our initial body camera too when we found it right over there, right there by like that tree. So. I didn't seem to like distraught. The guy's kind of going back and like, why didn't they check the recruit? I'm like, we're trying to do the best fit. And this guy, I guess his name's George Davis. He showed up on his own. I guess Barry. Hey Barry, are you guys? Where are you guys headed? Okay. Here soon. I'm gonna probably have you come and talk with us more. All right. Thanks, man.
And sir, when we go inside, let's just go directly to where something that she's worn today, and let's not touch anything just for in case.
Okay. Is this unlocked?
Yes.
Which way would that be? This way?
Anything down there?
These are all hers right here.
Yeah.
Have you got a plastic bag?
Yeah.
Or a paper bag?
It says sports bra is probably good. And then it's direct contact with the skin. No, we should just be fine with one. How do you turn on the exterior lights? Which light switch is it? All of them, Dale?
Yeah, two on here.
Thank you. Hey, Anthony. Can I speak to you over there once we get back?
Right there.
So you realize what you grabbed, right? Those shorts? Yeah. Those are for mountain biking. Yeah. Like the padded shorts you were wearing when you were mountain biking. Yeah. So that, I'm curious.
Yeah, I saw that they were bike shorts.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah. So I got them. She's biked and to the house ready, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's good.
You can hear Morphew being told not to touch Suzanne's bike. That's obviously a key piece of evidence. The new indictment reads that Suzanne Morphew had been engaged in a secret affair with an old acquaintance who lived outside Colorado. This revelation would become one of several bombshells in the reinvigorated case against her husband, Barry Morphew. Investigators discovered a crucial deleted text thread on Barry's phone, one that featured a screenshot of a message from Suzanne stating, "I'm done. I could care less what you're up to and have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly." The message suggested a marriage unraveling behind closed doors, sharply contrasting Barry's repeated public claims that his relationship with Suzanne was strong and loving. As authorities began reanalyzing the early days of the investigation, they found disturbing inconsistencies in Barry's timeline and behavior, particularly around his supposed work trip to Denver on the morning Suzanne vanished. According to Barry, he left home around 5 a.m. on May 10th, Mother's Day 2020, while Suzanne was still asleep. However, one of his employees told investigators that the original plan was to leave for Denver together on the evening of May 10th, not early that morning. That same employee claimed Barry took off alone and notably failed to bring the tools required for their landscaping job. Surveillance footage from hotels and businesses in the Denver metro area showed Barry spending less than 30 minutes at the actual job site. Instead, he was seen making stops at various trash bins across town, discarding unknown items. When the police later called Barry about Suzanne's disappearance, he claimed to be at the job site. But by that time, it was already clear that statement wasn't true. Barry's cell phone data raised additional concerns. On May 9th, the day before Suzanne was reported missing, his phone went dark at 2:47 p.m. and didn't turn back on until 10:17 p.m. Around that same time, Suzanne's electronic devices stopped recording activity, with her last interaction being around 2:11 p.m. The next morning, Barry's phone turned off again at 4:37 a.m. and powered back on exactly 1 hour later at 5:37 a.m., just as he was allegedly heading out to Denver. Investigators saw this as a calculated effort to avoid location tracking. Even more suspicious was activity logged by Barry's truck in the early morning hours, between 3:25 and 3:49 a.m. on May 10th, despite Barry insisting he was asleep during that time. Adding to the strange findings was data showing Barry's phone pinging around the house during the 2 p.m. hour on May 9th, the time Suzanne was believed to be sunbathing in the backyard. When asked to explain, Barry told investigators he was chasing a chipmunk with a gun inside the house. A bizarre justification that only deepened suspicions. Perhaps the most troubling physical evidence came from a cap to a tranquilizer dart found in the family dryer, which prosecutors believe had come from Barry's clothing. Barry, once a deer farmer back in Indiana before relocating to Colorado in 2018, had previously purchased a powerful animal tranquilizer mixture known as BAM. Even as investigators grew more suspicious, Barry launched a very public campaign to find his missing wife. Just a week after she vanished, he recorded an emotional video plea posted to a Facebook page. "Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please, we'll do whatever it takes to bring you back. We love you, we miss you, your girls need you. No questions asked." His voice broke as he promised anything to ensure Suzanne's safe return.
Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please, we'll do whatever it takes to bring you back. We love you, we miss you, your girls need you. No questions asked. However much they want, I will do whatever it takes to get you back. Honey, I love you. I want you back so bad.
But by late May 2021, prosecutors believed they had enough to charge him with murder. The theory was that Barry had used a tranquilizer dart to subdue Suzanne, chased her through the house until she was unconscious, then disposed of her body while crafting an alibi around a conveniently timed work trip. Adding to the calculated nature of the act, investigators pointed out that the couple's daughter who lived at home was conveniently out of town that weekend. Yet in April 2022, the case against Barry fell apart, at least temporarily. Just before his trial was scheduled to begin, prosecutors moved to dismiss all charges. The judge had ruled that key expert witnesses would be excluded due to the prosecution's failure to turn over evidence to the defense, a major breach of discovery rules. The DA was accused of misconduct, and Barry walked out of the courthouse a free man, flanked by his daughters who stood by his side. Later, Barry and his daughters filed a $15 million federal lawsuit claiming wrongful arrest and malicious prosecution. They even appeared on Good Morning America, where Barry insisted, "I just love my girls and I love my wife." But everything changed on September 22, 2023. That day, Suzanne Morphew's remains were found in a shallow grave, just a few hundred feet off a rural road. Investigators recovered most of her bones, though they were notably bleached, possibly from prolonged sun exposure. Alongside her skeletal remains, deputies discovered a cancer port and articles of biking clothing Suzanne was known to wear. However, according to forensic analysis, those clothes showed no signs of decomposition, suggesting she may not have been wearing them when she died or when her body began to decompose. Experts concluded that the grave where she was found was likely not her original burial site. The autopsy revealed something far more damning. Traces of BAM were detected in Suzanne's remains. At the time of her disappearance, only one private citizen in the entire region had access to BAM, and that was Barry Morphew. Between 2017 and 2020, no other private individuals in the surrounding counties had prescriptions for the chemical, which is usually restricted to use by licensed veterinarians or park services. Prosecutors wrote in bold within the indictment, ultimately, the prescription records show that when Suzanne Morphew disappeared, only one private citizen living in that entire area of the state had access to BAM, Barry Morphew. Barry was arrested again in Arizona in June 2025. During his brief court appearance, when asked for his name and date of birth, he responded, Barry Morphew, October 17, 1967. He waived extradition, allowing authorities to transfer him back to Colorado, where he now faces a renewed murder case, this time with a body and forensic evidence. Yet despite the growing mountain of incriminating details, Barry's defense continues to insist that he is innocent. His attorney told CBS Colorado, yet again, the government allows their predetermined conclusion to lead their search for evidence. Barry maintains his innocence. The case has not changed, and the outcome will not either. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon for more interesting videos like this.